Alright, hello guys, welcome to my latest video. In today's video we're going to learn how to configure your own MSN server. If you recall from my past videos, in one video I taught you to create an MSN server, but it was very shitty. It was made in Visual Basic 6 and it was very unstable and it basically sucked very hard. But today I'm bringing you a very nice tutorial with an amazing, very well made server that is actually the same server that you can use in the escargot. If you go to the escargot website, you can connect and download your own MSN clients and connect into the main escargot server. But so they made available the server source code, so you can make your own MSN server, not to work online, but in order to work in a local area network, in a LAN. So we're gonna learn just that. In today's video, we're gonna learn how to configure and how to create your own server for LAN use, and be able to chat with the guys connected inside your same network. So as you can see here, I'm running currently the server. Everything is working perfectly fine. As you saw in the beginning of the video, in the little demonstration, I was talking with another computer that was actually connected in the same network. It was a MacBook Pro. And here you can see that I'm still connected, but as I'm recording the screen right now, you are obviously not able to see the other computer. But if I talk to it, let's say if I type whatever like this, the other computer is gonna receive the message, and I'm gonna just type back. Here you can see the other computer just responded. So basically the server is working perfectly fine. You can add whatever contacts you want. So we're gonna learn this time around. You can choose whatever client version you want to use. For me, my most favorite client version is the 7.5, because it reminds me when I was a teenager, and I used to use this little program to communicate with friends and obviously girls. So basically this is the final result that we're gonna get once we finish our tutorial. So let's start. I'm gonna close this server. I'm gonna close this the client first, and I'm gonna close this server. So this is basically a very tough, in my opinion, a very difficult tutorial. So make sure to pay attention, because every single step is crucial and it's very important in order to make the server function well. So pay attention and follow the instructions. So basically, once you go to my webpage, obviously, as always, if you go to gravisoftnet.com, if you go here, you will be able to download the pack with every single file that you're going to need. If you go to the forum, you just register and look for the thread, you will be able to find the MSN emulator with all the necessary files. You don't need to download anything else. We're gonna need, once you download everything, you will have this folder with all these files. Obviously, we first need to install a couple of things. As you can see, this Git executable, Python, and Visual Studio, build tools, all this crap. The thing with this crap is that when you install Visual Studio, you will need internet connection because there's no offline standalone installer. So this installer is like 1 megabyte on 1.5 megabyte here, but you'll need internet connection in order to download all the crap that it's gonna need. So just keep in mind that. So what do you want to do first? First thing you want to do is make sure to install Python. So we're going to just install Python here. It's going to be included. This is the latest version up to date, the 3.7.2. Just make sure to execute it, and you want to make sure to install it. I'm not going to do it because I already done it. It's going to tell you a little option here if you want to install the path. Just make sure to click on that, and then next until everything is installed. Once you install Python, make sure to go to your PC properties, go to Advanced System Settings, go to Environment Variables. Here you're gonna add this crap. Whatever your server is gonna be installed, make sure to this is the server source. Just make sure to extract this. You're gonna have this folder, MSN Server Master, with all these files inside. So once you have that extracted, make sure to identify the correct path of that place. So the path is going to be this in my case: C users, redo documents, MSN clients, MSN Server Master. This is the path. Just make sure to copy it and go to here, environment variables, click new, and make sure to put in the variable name Python path, just like this, and then just pass the path here. You should have something like this: Python path and all these paths where the root folder of the server is located. So now we're going to do the same with system variables. We're going to go here and add the same thing. Make sure to click new. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it, but you can see what I did here: Python path and also the path of the client, of the server, I mean. So once you do that, just click on OK. It's going to save itself, and we're pretty much done with the Python installation. So now next thing you're going to do is just install Git. It's pretty straightforward. Just execute this executable and just click next. You don't have to change any option, although you're going to encounter some installation options. Just don't change anything. Just click next, and Git is going to be installed. Next, you're going to install build tools. Just install this. It's going to download a couple of megabytes. It's like 100 megabytes or so, so it's fairly quick installation. And after that, you're going to install a Visual Studio Community. This one is going to be pretty tough because you'll have to download like 6 gigabytes of data, so be patient. Once you execute this, you're going to have something like this. This is going to be the installation screen. Make sure to tick in this Net Desktop Development with C++, Universal Windows Platform Development, and make sure to click in Python Development here. Also make sure that these boxes are checked, and everything should be fine. Just click next, and all these packages should be downloaded. So make sure to wait. You want to have to wait a couple of minutes, maybe half an hour and an hour, depending on your internet connection. So once you download and install all that crap, you're pretty much ready to go. So now we're gonna open CMD. It doesn't matter if you open it with administrator rights or whatever. Just open it normally. Just navigate inside your server folder. Make sure to click in this, copy it, and type cd and pass the route. There you will be able to see that you're inside the server folder. Before doing anything stupid, just go back to the root folder of my package and copy settings local p. Just copy it and paste it inside the server folder. You'll have something like this. So this is the correct way to have it. And now we are able to execute the first command. So the first command would be to type the following. Just type Python space M, the line M, pip, space install, space line R, and then requirements .txt. So this is basically requirements.txt is an archive that is inside your server, as you can notice here. This is going to install all these requirements that you need to create the server. So once you hit enter, if everything was installed correctly in the beginning of the video, you should see a lot of loading text, installation parameters, and all that stuff inside this console. So if everything went okay, you shouldn't have any problems. So once you downloaded all the requirements, next thing you want to do is actually type another thing. So we're gonna just delete this. I'm not gonna do it because I already done it, but you just hitting enter and everything's gonna be installed. Next thing you want to install is Python space the line M space pip space install. Sorry about that. Python space script dash dvcreate .py. So once you type this shit, once you hit enter, the database is gonna be created. So nothing is gonna happen. You just wanna be you just wanna hit enter, and you will be able to see this crap waiting for you to type next thing. So the next thing that you're gonna type is actually Python script / dummy data .py. So this actually what it does is create a dummy account. They are just for testing purposes, but you'll have to execute it anyways. So once you hit enter, those dummy accounts are gonna be created, such as th1 at hotmail.com, and the password is gonna be 123456. And well, basically it's that. So now once you're done, you're gonna type Python dev space dev. So with this command, the server is gonna actually run. So here you can see that we are running the server. The first time you type Python dev, obviously, you'll see a message that is going to tell you that first you're going to install this certificate in your computer. So before actually watching this, you'll have a message, and a new folder is going to be created named DevTL's Cache. So we're going to go into the server folder once again, and here you will have this. Just make sure to install Do Not Trust Dev. We're going to install the CRT file, so we're going to right click on top of it, and just click on Install Certificate, Current User Next, place all certificate in the following store, browse, and just select Trust Root Certification Authorities, OK, and Next. So with that method you will be able to install your certificate. So make sure not to delete this, because you're gonna need these two files for your clients that want to join your server. So just don't delete this. We're gonna talk about this later. So once you have done that, just open once again. Just close the window. And open once again the CMD. Just go to the server folder and type Python dev. So now this time around the server is actually going to work just like so. And the first time you execute it, obviously your computer is going to ask you to open the ports if you're going to allow a private or public connection. Basically that's it. Also another recommendation is that your PC that's actually hosting the server should have the ports opened. I usually open a wide range of ports. If you can see in my previous tutorials, I usually open from the 10 to the 60,000 ports. Just make sure to open it. We're gonna go to the router configuration screen. here. Oh, sorry about that. So you can, depending on what router you have, you'll have a different page here. But in my case, you're gonna go to Application and Gaming, Port Range Following, and here you wanna select whatever local IP your host or PC has. So if you go to CMD and type ipconfig, you can tell by the IPv4 address, which is your local IP, should be the same that it's actually hosting the server, so it has the ports opened. So in my case, as I told you, it's from 10 to 60,000, so it's a wide range. It obviously gonna. I use this because I also host other servers of other games such as Battlefield, Counter-Strike and stuff. So by opening a wide range of ports, I just forget about opening ports actually. So yeah, basically once you open the ports, your server is done. But now we're gonna close the server again, and we're gonna open a CMD again. We're gonna go to the server folder again. And now, before opening the server, we're going to create accounts. So how do you do that? So in order to create accounts, what you're going to do is actually this. Just type Python space script dash user .py. So, okay, so let's see. So I made an error. So actually .py and space, and then after the space you want to type whatever email you want to create. So let's say I'm going to create an email, a user account such as I don't know, tutorial at hotmail.com. So now we're going to hit enter, and I'm going to ask you for the password of that account. So we're going to put it 123456 and enter. So it's gonna say it's done, and now you can actually execute the server. We're gonna type Python space dev, and now the server should be executed, and we are done. So another thing that I forgot to mention you guys that you have to do is actually go to your PC, go to CUnit, go to Windows, go to System 32, go to Drivers, go to etc folder, and make a little copy of this file, of the host file. Make sure to disable the antivirus, because usually antivirus don't like you to modify the host server, the host file. So just deactivate it for now. Now we're gonna open Notepad and edit this crap. Make sure, depending on what version of client you will be using, in my case is 7.5. The only thing that you're gonna add here is your local IP, or 127.0.0.1 space m1.escargot.log1p.xyz. So once you add this shit, just save it. Now drag it inside here, override it. It's gonna tell you to do it with administrator rights, okay, and just override the file. So basically we are pretty much done. Make sure to download, in my pack you will be able to find all the client versions. So if you go to the documents, if you go to this, to the package, you'll find this folder that's named clients. In this case, the client that's going to work is the one that it says parched. So here you'll have all the different versions. Just make sure to install 7.5, which is the one I use. Once you install it, you'll have it installed here in Windows. My PC, go to Program Files, MSN Messenger, and open MSN Messenger.executable. So here you'll have your client. So basically what you're going to do is just type whatever account you created. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to just type the account that we just created, and hopefully it would work. So it was tutorial at hotmail.com, and then 123456. So let's say name, and as you can see, a lot of weird shit is gonna happen inside the server console, and now you will be able to log into your account. So how amazing is that? It's pretty cool, right? So basically we just have successfully logged into your newly created account. So now I'm gonna teach you the other part of the video, which is what you're gonna do. This is the server PC, right? But what you're gonna do for all the other PCs that are gonna connect to this computer. So basically what you're gonna do, let's imagine this is not the server, this is actually the client. So this is just a regular PC connected inside the network, the same network. So what you're gonna do is actually just the PC that is actually hosting the server has to copy. That's what I told you guys, that these files were important. The certificate files. If you're the one hosting the server, you're gonna copy these two files, the ones that says "Do not trust dev escargot-crt" and key. Just copy them and just put it in an external hard drive or in a pen drive or a thumb drive, whatever, and just put it there and go to the PC that it's gonna be a client that is gonna join the server, and just spread these two files to the other computers. And you're gonna do just what you're going to do is just install these certificates the way we installed it in the beginning of the video. In each single client PC, you're going to install those clients. So basically what you're going to do is basically install those certificates, and after that you're going to modify each single client host file. So as you remember, it was system Windows, system32, drivers, etc., and the host file. But in this case this time around, we're gonna edit this host file. But this time around, the clients will not have these, because if you have these inside your clients, they will not be able to connect, because obviously they will be redirected to their own PCs, and obviously they don't have the server, so they will not be able to connect. So basically what you're going to do in every single client PC, you want to type the local IP of the PC that is actually hosting the server. So the local IP of this computer that is actually hosting the server was this, as you can remember. So every single client, make sure that each should have this IP. I mean the IP of the PC that is actually hosting the server. It's not that complicated. So once you save it, once you modify the host file, the client should be able to connect. So only two things that the client needs, just summing up, only two things that a client should need is obviously the client installed, the MSN Messenger, the host modified with the local IP of the server computer, and the certificate installed, the same certificate installed. So those three are the requirements: the client, the host with the local IP of the server, and the certificate installed. With those three things, you will be able to connect to the server, to the Messenger server. So guys, this was basically the tutorial of how to make MSN Messenger for local area network usage. I hope you like it. See you next time, and bye. Thank you.